Hey, Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings. We're going to go ahead and do a video today. We're going to check in with messages from our melanated ancestors. All right. Like the day after we step out of Black History Month, but that kind of goes with my rebellion because it's Black History always for us. It's our story always, and that's what it is. So, but we're going to do a melanated ancestors reading. Anyone who has a problem with that, it's not your channel. We don't need any kind of veiled threat comments of like, oh, I wish I could be included, and passive aggressiveness or anything like that. I had some of that when I've done this video before. There is another video up on my channel that is from melanated ancestors. I've also done LGBT plus ancestors. It's important to give specific attention to those who are often abused and looked over in the paranormal spiritual communities in a real way. So if you know how the paranormal communities work, if you watch those shows, if you go to those programs, you'll see that quite often, if anything, melanated ancestors are just a tourist trap for people to go and abuse the sacred places where they lived and thrived or went through pain. So it's very important to give a lot of respect, to give nurtured attention to those groups of people who have been overlooked and their spirits still being mistreated to this day. All right, so that's my intention behind these readings, that I do like this, and I'm going to tune in. So what I do is I let the spiritual world know, hey, I'm going to tune in for this type of reading. Any of you guys that have similar messages on the other side, please go ahead and kind of queue up in different groups. Therefore, when your descendants are coming through to get a message, they can go ahead and connect with you through that group who has a similar message that they would want to give, okay? So take your time, and you might feel drawn to more than one pile. You might do multiple piles for multiple groups of, ancestry, things of that nature, okay? All right, so our options here we have our fish, Crossroads, Hoodie, Caravan, Broom, or North Star. Go ahead and pick one of these. This is a little prototype index form of my Paparian Oracle, which is an actual divination system that I created. So super cool. Y'all be seeing more of that. But go ahead and pick one of these, and I'll see you on your timestamp. All right, for those of you who chose the fish group, we actually started this at 222 on the video. So shout out to that mystical occurrence there. First, we're going to get some cards here, potluck style, which means a bunch of decks that I mix together that I pull out some cards from, and get a vibe of who is communicating. So this is definitely somebody in your lineage who also had spiritual power. Okay, we have turtle, which really does connect with ancestral energy, so that's a big confirmation there. Somebody peaceful, tranquil. We have the high priestess here, a weaver. We see the spider weaving, but they had some venom because we have a snake and we have a spider here, so they had some bite to them. Household cleaner, so this could be somebody who did their own type of kitchen witching. They could have done some kind of everyday root working kind of vibe, whatever would be in your traditions that maybe people think of as superstitions or things of that nature. This was definitely an ancestor who was super psychic. We can have the signs of Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, or Gemini. Okay, could have been the signs that they were in this physical lifetime. They also could have had a fire ascendant. So if you really know their chart and you're like, oh, that sounds just like my great grand, perfect. Okay, now it can be some channeling coming in beyond what you currently know. Usually when that happens, we'll find out later. We'll start getting the pieces of the puzzle the more we connect to who that ancestor was. Okay, so never be worried if you don't know exactly where to place the energies yet. You might have forgotten some details. Maybe you'll find out from your family. Later on you'll hear a story and you're like, oh my goodness, that sounds just like who I was connecting with. When was great-great-grandpa's birthday? And you'll figure out some details there. All right, so we have fiery energy. We have the number 7, so it's kind of like the light blowing it out a little bit here, but number 7 here, 77. So maybe there's a connection to 77 or just the number 7. We also have the number 2 being very significant here as well. Yeah, so this is somebody who letting us know who they are. They chose to say they were very spiritual, they were cunning, they were low-key, they were very aware, very protective of their home, and they are very, very, very aware of their descendants, which includes you. They are aware and accepting the responsibility of ancestor work, and consciously being someone who is affecting and helping with every little area of life and the weaving of their descendants, okay, in their life. So especially if you're a fire sign, you really, really, really could feel this person around you a lot, okay? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and get some more information about what they want to say. What do they want to explain or give you heads up about, or just chat with you? What's going on? Okay, we have open energy here, open energy in the home. So they could feel like you have made it so that they're able to come through. Maybe you don't always respond, but they feel like the energy in your home, the energy that you carry, is enough that they're able to connect with you and be around you in a supportive role. There's a lot of love here. They show that they protect your home. Yes, they protect your home, and they make sure energy coming through your home is good as much as possible. So some of you, maybe you don't quite yet know how to protect spiritual energies yourself, things of that nature. So they really, really help you with this. Some of you, maybe you don't own your own home. Maybe you're like a roommate, or you're renting, or you have other family around or something. So it might be hard to always consciously be able to like control what energy is going in and out. Or even if you're in like an apartment, it can be a lot for a mystic to be in like an apartment, because you constantly have the energies of other people's ancestors and family and spirits, and the energy of their daily lives kind of, just encircling you here. So they're showing that they keep you very protected. And we're back. All right, so some of you, this ancestor could have been year of the snake, by the way, when they were alive, okay? Or there could be something very significant that happened around year of the snake. Maybe perhaps you were born year of the snake, or a child of yours was, or like their descendant before you. So like your mom, if this is your grandparent, for example. Okay. So let's see. They do have despondency here. So there's a lot of positive energy and a festive energy going around, but they see you as not always joining in. And their guidance for you would be to continue to be happy with life, continue to thrive and be successful in allowing yourself, granting yourself the right to have day-to-day joy, to have those in the moment, present time happinesses. Some of you can be very overwhelmed by things that you remember, and even by your spiritual gifts. They can make you really feel like, it's hard to kind of live in the moment without maybe carrying a lot of stress or pain or guilt. Just, you might be very tenderhearted for sure. They see you as somebody who's very spiritually aware, somebody who really remembers a lot of things. And when you're in that energy, it might feel like the only way to deal with it is to detach and dissociate and just like become like non-responsive to the external world. So they're saying the good things that you've had messages about and that you've felt, your intuition has told you this is going to turn out good, it's still a yes, even when there's detours. And they don't want you to get discouraged and feel like, oh, it's not going to happen after all, or I was silly for believing in my gift and feeling like my intuition was leading me to happiness and success. They don't want you to feel that way. They really want you to get closer to people in a healthy way. They want you to allow yourself to kind of nest more, to be more secure in the physical world, and not feel like you only have to do escapism. Some of you, because of that feeling, that's why maybe you don't commit to certain things for yourself. Again, we have this energy of memories, nostalgia. You might also wonder, oh, my youth is the only chance I had, or, I wish things were better, or maybe life didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to be, the way you thought it would be so far. But this is saying, here, what they're bringing is that it actually would delay you from your harvest. It would delay you from your happiness and your success if you continue this train of thought. You're actually meant to have a lot of good fortune right now. It does take shaking things up a little bit to get there, but they want you to have the patience of the old ones a little bit. They want you to realize also, remember they said, like, first thing they said is I was a magical practitioner. I worked roots. I worked our traditional magics, and they're bringing that up again. They are literally saying you have good fortune because I made it so. Even when I was here, I always planned to be a good ancestor. I like doing ancestor work. I'm here to help you, and I laid down the foundation when I was here on earth for you to be successful. So you need to trust for that to come back around, and try not to kind of kick yourself out of your own throne in your life and think, oh, because it didn't turn out this way, or because there were mistakes, or maybe I felt happier at a different era of my life and I feel unprepared right now. Maybe I think I'm not going to be received with love. I don't think that my path moving forward is going to be happy or successful. They really, really want you to get away from that mindset as much as possible. They know it's a work in progress, because they're saying here, it's not going to be every day that you're like, oh, I'm sparkly perfect and I only think good things. That's actually the opposite of what they're saying. They're saying when you expect yourself to always be at such a height of success and spiritual power and happiness, you don't let yourself be human and grow and learn. They want you to be like divinely human, right? Connected to your true power and source, but also realizing that you're living in a physical world that has detours and maybe setbacks or obstacles. And they don't want you to feel like you internalize that and feel like that you're not a good person or you're not a thriving person or that you're not going to be successful because there are things that are sometimes outside of your control, because that's what goes from leading you to being someone who's prepared for your good fortune and for any obstacles, and makes you go and not feel like you're completing things. But in both of these pictures here, we see them from start to finish. We have this ancestor trying to lift you up on their shoulders, trying to help you with hugs and kisses. They showed that around your home as well, that they had support and love and hugs and protection that they're giving you. Very, very much love from this person here. Your whole house, they're just like blessing you with it, sending it everywhere, trying to make sure that you know that you are secure, you are safe. They're helping you with anything. And if you do make some decisions that maybe lead to a feeling of not being secure, financial loss, not being healthy, things of that nature, they're not over here like, throwing away the connection with you or something of that nature, okay? Yeah, they all are encouraging you to use divination in a constructive way. Sometimes we can really get into kind of junk food divination where we only want to hear what is comfortable to us. We only want to hear what is like our escapism kind of plan, and not really get to the nitty gritty of how we need to adjust things so that we can actually be happy and actually thrive. So they're really encouraging you, if this is a little bit adventurous for you to try, they're encouraging you that it is very good that you seek out using your divination and your spiritual resources to maybe give yourself a bit of a tough talk, but to help you get good results, because they're saying it doesn't help you to connect if you just kind of go for the fluffy food stuff that doesn't also help you grow. Nothing wrong with having loving messages, but is it the kind of love we need to actually get healthy results in our life, or is it sounding like love but keeping us stagnant? So those are things to consider. They already said you have a very, very strong intuition, and they are very, very strong spiritually, so they can have a good connection with you, as long as you don't let that get kind of entangled by kind of duplicitous energy or messages, or just a distraction. Okay, let's see. Sever vows of poverty for sure. And they gave the snake again. You guys, if you see snakes, and here this is a desert, which of course, when you think, like, if you tell someone, think of an animal in the desert, most people are going to like think snake or like scorpion. Maybe there's Scorpio in their chart as well, or you have Scorpio here. So we have adventurous, and then we have the Knight of Wands reversed. I feel like this ancestor would rather have you guys be overly adventurous and just like do what you want and rush out and even be reckless, versus stay stagnant, be terrified of moving forward in life. We have 17. We said sevens could be important. There was 17 here. We have a Phoenix energy, so definitely somebody could be Scorpio in this connection between you, them, and your loved ones there. Yes, they want you to just be on fire. The job me to this card over here. It has creativity and it has ancestors. Okay, they said fight for your life. Fight for the right to exist. Fight for your right. Not that you need to fight to exist, but sometimes you got to remind people, and you got to take off being too chill. Okay, you got to take off being too accepting of whatever everyone else throws. Some of you, it's medically too. You were told you can't do this, you can't do that, right? Maybe they said, well, with your mental health, you can't be successful. You can't, we can hear messages like that can really just crush us and make us feel like we cannot move forward, we're not capable. But who are they to tell us that, right? Even if they do have a degree, there's people who live healthy, thriving, amazing lives with what they are connecting with in their body, mind, and soul every day. So here the ancestors are telling you, and there's more than one coming in, they're giving a big old hug. They're very affectionate, very, very affectionate here for you, that you are not alone, okay? They want you to know that you are very loved. They want you to be 100% confident in creating your life, pushing forward very dynamically. We have a balancing of blue and red energy here. So if you're overly passive, bringing in that fire energy, which is the message for most of you. If you notice that you have been going into temper and anger and like vengeance and things like that, it's because you know that you should be living more, you should be thriving more. In that case, you can bring in a little cooler, little blue energy, but don't lose your fight and your spark. Just make sure again that you're getting the goal that you want, the outcome that you want, that you're using your discernment and intuition, not to only just say, hey, I should have that too, but going and creating and building the life so you do have your success. Because once again, they're saying you do have golden opportunities. Yes, yes. Finally, at the outcome, that is the truth here. They came through to let you know today you are meant. Cheers to you. Okay, we have protection here, sending negative energy, repelling it away from you. Gold stars, you are meant to be happy. They want to see the spark. Okay, you are a spark of life that is beautiful. They want to see you, the fireworks in the sky kind of energy. They want to see you continually putting the past behind you and allowing yourself to have a new year. I feel like some of you might have like a birthday. We are close to the beginning of the year when I'm recording this. It could have been New Year already. We got astrological New Year coming up as I'm filming this and different things like that. So I feel like whenever it is, they're like, give yourself a brand new start. Put it behind you like it was a past life or like it was the old year, and give yourself brilliant, spectacular yeses, because they believe in you 100%. There's no doubt here whatsoever. They trust you to create a happy life for yourself, and they're trying to open any doors, give you any opportunities and support that they can. And again, we just have hearts, heartbeat here. They're trying to give you the rhythm of feeling continuously loved, continuously accepted by them versus separated, okay? So what they want you to do is to download that energy right now. They say you're a fellow powerful practitioner. Please download this energy that I am giving you right now. Feel this in your aura, in your bones. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved. I consciously and happily have chosen to guide you as your ancestor, and I want to see you thrive and live your best life. I want to see you in your full magical power. Here we have almost this glare on the watch. It mimics this energy of the full moon. They're saying go with your own cycles. Again, don't worry about time, memories, past, all this kind of stuff. You can thrive and be successful now. Don't be afraid to heal yourself. If you said, well, I did mess up on my health and it's too late now, you know what? In 2 years, you're going to say, I wish I started now. They're saying don't give up, okay, on those things, on yourself that you want to accomplish in life, okay? Constellation, some of you have, yeah, okay, there could be also a significant birthday coming in. They keep talking about like birthdays, so there could be a significant birthday. Solstice birthdays would be summer or winter solstice, so it could be Cancer or Capricorn. They could be congratulating someone on getting an animal baby or a human baby here. That has to do with birthdays around Cancer or Capricorn, okay? Or there could be in your family or for you some kind of birth or adoption of an animal or something that would be around the solstices, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, hey to the Crossroads group. We're going to go ahead and jump right into your messages. First, we're going to see potluck style. Who is this melanated ancestor coming in to speak with you? We'll go into their messages, insights, advice, their chat, whatever they want to communicate with you as well, okay? So we have here the Hanged Man, Apple Forbidden, a lot of blossoms there I'm seeing, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles reversed, the Hermit. So they could have been a very, very solitary person with the Hanged Man and the Hermit. This is also a Pisces Virgo card, so they could have been a full moon baby. They could have been someone who was born when it's Virgo season Pisces moon or Pisces season Virgo moon. We actually are just before the Virgo moon. We're at a Cancer moon just before the Virgo moon in Pisces season as I film this, the Virgo full moon. Underestimating, devaluing, yeah. So people really... This is very interesting. There's somebody who they were known to be very sensitive, very loving, but they were very introverted, very, very introverted. This person also feels like for some of you, they definitely could have been LGBT. They're speaking about love that's not accepted, love that's not accepted in their time, love that ends up, even though people are drawn to them and see that they're a sensitive, caring person, that people push them away because of this great love that they have. They get kind of ostracized. So it's like they were a very, very likable, lovable person. There's a little bit of Taurus energy here as well. butterfly conch. But it's like once people found out, then they pushed them away. So they identified themselves as someone who had to go through a lot of sacrifice because of love as well. Somebody who was a social person to a certain degree, but they did choose themselves and they did have a very rich inner life. They were very wise, ahead of their time, and they didn't really want to kind of wait around for people to figure it out, although people did. They are acknowledging some people changing their stance once they passed away. For some of you, this is a more recent ancestor, okay? So they're acknowledging some people going and maybe apologizing or figuring something out after they passed away and going and trying to come to terms with it. So they might have, after they passed, maybe accepted LGBT people and relationships and really understood it. For some of you, this person could have passed away at their own hand. I know it's a very tough message to hear, but that could let you know who it was, okay? And they're saying after they passed away, some people could have, put down their grievances and this rejection that they were given and saying, we know you were a loving person, we know you were a good person, we're sorry we pushed you away, we're sorry you didn't have support, things of that nature, okay? This ancestor does have the energy of being happy once they cross over and receiving a lot of love, a lot of support. My eyes will see what I desire. So there was reception of love. Some of them right before they passed, they could have had this. Now, for those who are not LGBT, it could have been over a love concern that they passed away. Some of them, maybe it wasn't a conscious taking away of their life, but maybe they passed from like a broken heart. So you know how people will say no after grandma passed, they passed shortly after. Yeah, so I feel like some of you they do seem to feel like they passed away before, because it's like before the sunset of their life they passed away. Maybe they could have had some more time, was it not for these concerns of the heart. Also, some of you, they could have passed away from the heart, okay? Kind of again the energy of a broken heart. So this is how they're describing themselves so that you can figure out who they are, okay? Let's go ahead and see some of their message. What do they want to tell you about? What do they want to communicate about? Oh, some of you also, they identify with um, being outside of their place of birth um, when they passed. Okay, so it could have been like, normally they're really, really centered. Maybe their culture, their people is very specific to certain location, but then they were outside of that. They weren't in their hometown. They were in the big city, or they were. For some of you, could have been across the ocean with Neptunian energy. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see their messages. Work harder. Now, we do have Virgo energy here. So for some of you, straight up, they're like, work harder. You need to work tough in life, okay? Yes, they're saying goals. They're saying, look, you should have more money. This is so funny. They're like, look, we're not playing around. They said they are actively in your spirit crew, meaning they do come through when you're asking, you're saying, let me connect with my guides, let me connect with my spirit crew, my spiritual team. They've done a lot of healing. Now we're getting into the firepower. So they do have that energy. If you talk about what they went through and who they were, you'll feel that the empathy and the maybe the sadness of those moments and the love of their life. The love of their life. But once you give it a breath and you communicate to who they are now and how they're healing on the other side and how they're very interactive with wanting to see you do well, you see the other energy of them really boost up. So they're saying, yes, I am healed. Yes, I am actively here with you. When you call in your spiritual forces, I'm trying to come through and support you. Like, we need to work on these goals, okay? They're saying the world is a place where people aren't loyal. People aren't just giving out riches. They're not just trying to see you drip and flex. I'm seeing goat number 23. So 23 or 33. Yes, 333. I just saw something with threes, or 23 could be significant for this group. But yes, they're saying we know the world's not like that. So what can we do to get you to move ahead and have some success here? Get rid of some blockages. Now, for some of you, they're saying what the blockage is you listen to the wrong people. You're on those trending tabs too much. You listen to the wrong buzz instead of just working harder and staying on your grind and remembering what your goals are. They're saying some of you, you're being tricked too easily to think your goals are something else. Because let me tell you, these algorithms, this communication, social networking and stuff, it can really make you change your mind about things. That's what they actually do, right? So if you know about marketing, if you know about social platforms, if you know about humans in groups, whoever has dominant mindset and a dominant agenda will take over what the rest of people think. They'll just start edging you that way, whether it's in a modern way here through technology and like what you're being shown through ads and trending videos and things like that, and then pretty soon you're buying things that you never would have bought, etc. Or whether it's through just an insulated group and the dominant person just keeps kind of changing the way other people think. So they're saying here, this is not helping you to get to your goals. They say you need to open up your mind and like reclaim your mindset better so that you can reach your opportunities, because right now you're blocked because you're going towards the wrong things, or you're having the wrong mindset and the way you're trying to achieve the things that you want. You're running in the wrong rat race, okay? Yeah. So there's a better way for you to eat as well. There's a better way for you to um try to get your successes. Now, this group, not gonna lie, they're saying that you really want money, you want people to adore you, you want some measure of fame or recognition, you want success, you want people to be like loyal to you, and just kind of this fan adoration. I've reached my goals, I'm a high achiever vibe. They don't really seem to have a problem with that. They're just saying is like you're not going around about trying to get it in the right way, and you don't want to do things other people's way because it's not working and it's not fulfilling your goal or fulfilling you. Okay, so they're saying there's a better way. They want you to remember who you are. Stop traveling so far from home. Now, that could be literal. Some of you might be saying, I can't be successful in my culture and who I am. I have to move here. I have to move there. I have to act this way. When they're saying no, their advice is to act more. It'd almost be like more Cancerian. Own your roots. Own who you are. They're saying that's going to make you successful. So maybe that doesn't work for everyone. You guys might be like, no, because if I keep my accent, it's not going to work. Like, duh, 101, they say to do this. I need to straighten my hair. I need to talk this way. I need to, they're saying for you, coming through, giving you the message, that does not work for you. Listen to your intuition and show who you are at your roots. That is how you individually are going to be successful. And we see that. We see people who are mavericks in their field, people who are in the public eye now because they were like, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to be the way, you guys tell me to be. That's the example that they're giving me here, okay? Constellations. Yeah, they're saying you have to accept this challenge, even when, or most importantly, when you're trying to collaborate with people, when you're trying to be in partnerships with people, when you're having to celebrate somebody else who is different than you, making success. They want you to be able to say, I can get it for myself as who I am, instead of going into jealousy or envy or stress, or just saying, you know what, I'm not even going to engage and try to reach my goals. I'm just going to sit back and be in the audience. They want you to be actively living your life, not sitting in the audience, but they also don't want you to be giving the power away to everyone else so that somebody else, through their identifiers or whatever, is holding away the success from you. Okay. Yeah, because they're saying some of you, because of not feeling maybe attractive, maybe according to social identifiers, or you feel like it's not enough, you're really undecided about going into your goals. They said work on that. Work on giving yourself a big warm welcome. Leave the past behind and see yourself as being able to achieve whatever you want in the future. Do not put your health at risk for relationships or popularity, for showing off on social media here, for networking. Do not put your health at risk. Some of you were thinking about doing some plastic surgery or something. They're saying their advice for you personally, not attacking plastic surgery, but for you personally, is no. Don't do it. Either you're not in the right mindset, or it's not healthy at this time, it's not for the right reasons, or these healthcare providers are not the right ones to be doing it for you. Whatever it is, they're saying don't do it. Don't touch your face. Don't do it. You will succeed as who you are. Maybe at a later time you come back to discuss those things, okay? They're very passionate about you. I feel like they're so protective and so loving. They want you to be successful. They're saying you need to get ready, but you need to be more secure in yourself. Also, for this group, there's the energy that if you were to get the fame and success, and some of you might already be, again, I know I have people who are famous on my channel. I know you get readings, but the next level of it, they're saying you might not be ready. Right now, they're saying you're not ready for it, okay? You're not ready for the next level of something that you want until you feel secure in yourself. It's about your internal energy. It's almost like they would be imprudent. They would be not doing their job as a loving ancestor if they were to allow you to have too much success in a way that you can't achieve mental balance with. And then you become distorted, right? Like when you see somebody who's in the public eye and they get very messed up by it, right? That maybe they do extreme plastic surgeries or whatever it is. Like, don't you feel like, oh my gosh, I wish someone would have helped them. I wish someone would have made them pace themselves or told them that they were worth it or whatever, and things of that nature. That's exactly what this reading is for. So here they are saying, yes, there are certain fortunes that until you hear us and until you connect with yourself in a way that is secure and loving and healed, we're not going to just, give you certain things or open certain doors for you because it would be dangerous for you. All right, because they're saying, reality and our dreams is very different. So once you are ready to kind of dig out those kind of motivations that could scare you and not just go for kind of attention, fame, success at all costs, then they're going to allow you to express more and more and more. Maybe then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, your script gets picked up by somebody, things of that nature. Because they're saying here, they're really talking about the negative side of fame, and how it can really, really go awry. They're also saying we have LGBT here too. So some of you, maybe you're saying, well, that's the way it is. And, LGBT culture, I know that, y'all. You got to look this way. You have to be, tip-top shape. You got to do, they're saying whatever it is, do not distort yourself or take your beauty and your health to a certain level. Again, they're talking here about surgeries too. Or extreme workouts, extreme dieting, whatever it is. They're also saying don't lean on those things to get you out of a hole that you dig yourself into. Don't feel like you could, they're talking about rehab here as well. Some of you might just really want that kind of rock star, rich and famous life. And they're saying, think about what you want or think about what you could be prone to falling into should you get that success, okay? Refine your capacity to help those that you would rather ignore. In this case, I think it's yourself. I think they really want you to help yourself and be loving to yourself. Don't be such a mystery to yourself, okay? Because then they can give you these definite yeses. They're along for the ride. They say, yeehaw. They know you want to have it your way. So I feel like, I feel like that you guys, maybe this is a tough message for some of you. You don't want to hear it. They're saying you don't want to hear certain truths or, have certain perceptions brought to you. We have a 44, but it's reversed. They know that you reject hearing these kind of things sometimes. Also, some of you are afraid of coming off as a charity case. Maybe you identify as like, no, I'm balanced, I'm nice, I'm good. I don't want to hear that I have these kind of tendencies or that I could fall into these kind of things. But we never know what our stressors are, whether it comes through success or through failure. And so they're just trying to help you grow and be strong so that you can have healthy success moving forward, okay? And if you're like, well, I didn't think I wanted to be like a Hollywood person, but everyone has a social platform. Everyone has a certain amount of popularity within their, community or whatever it is, okay? It's not wrong, again, to want to achieve these things. They're actually saying the opposite. They're saying when you do step into becoming more of a leader, you're recognized for who you are. Your talents and your skill sets are getting more and more recognition. We want you to be prepared for it so that you are healthy and you thrive in that regard. They want you uncaged, okay? They want you able to handle positive feedback from your community, okay? They're also saying here that they are trying to lead you away from connections of people who have a hateful jealousy. If you have through jealousy placed negative energy on people, kind of like a hater, they want you to deal with that, like undo that stuff. Some of you straight up did negative magic. Some of you have received it, so you're nervous about letting yourself become successful because you've had people put evil eye and not really be a good friend and support you. I'm seeing 33 again. They are saying that they're helping you to protect that, but they don't want that to limit you letting yourself be successful, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Hey, group Hoodie. We're doing ancestor messages here, so we're going to go ahead and tap into who they were potluck style. We'll also pull more cards here to see their messages, information, chat that they have with you. I'm seeing 3333. Okay, so this person, they could have been mixed culture, because we have Middle Eastern and Asian. So they could have been Blasian, maybe you are. There could be some kind of mixed ancestry for you guys, okay? We also have Afro-Latino, so, or Latinx, something of that nature. Some of them, they could have worked in, I'm seeing a variety of things. It looks like whatever they did in their job, they could have made some money. They went to learn a lot, okay? They were a lot about education. We have lessons here. Their physical body here, some of them, they could have been very, very strong in their physical body, it looks like, for this group. Whether it was through just doing their daily task or training to actually be strong. We definitely could have had Year of the Dragon, so your significant birthday or like your parents, someone that they would acknowledge, or their birthday could have been Year of the Dragon. We have dragon twice here. We do have the 3 here as well, and a 13. We have a 10 and a 27. So definitely for you guys, straight up, this person is very pragmatic, and they're coming up earth energy, okay? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, strong earth energy. We do have a little mercurial energy here too, Virgo, Gemini, and a little Leo energy going on. So here they are very much about talking about going for your achievements, but they want, in a very practical sense, they want you to be educated about what you do. They want you to be very strong, very practical in your knowledge, kind of vibe. Build yourself from the ground up. Some of you might be struggling and going through things with school. This could have been someone also that they had to work very, very hard for their intelligence. They could have been multilingual, really, really hard to kind of break in to get some kind of financial stability or wealth. Although it does look like they did. They got that weight on their scales moving forward, okay, with both their health and their finances. They got their gains. We have lessons again, lessons, school. So this definitely could have been somebody who was very, very focused on making sure that they, again, their education was in point, even if they, like, they seem to have street smarts, I have to say, with this group. So they might have worked very hard in school, but it also is like they had to learn the hard way. They really have that energy of somebody who maybe they didn't have it so easy in school. They weren't as smart maybe as they wanted to be, and they had to take some hard knocks and really work in a physical sense. So they're the one who will be like telling all the younger kids, like, you need to study in school, you need to stay in school, get a better grade, like, work harder, you're intelligent, like, depend on that. Knowledge is power, and apply yourself, all those kind of things. Pay attention to details. No details too small to go back and re-perfect kind of vibe. Is their energy, okay? So now, them being in the spiritual world, okay, they're acknowledging hanging around in the spiritual world to be an ancestor that's looking out for descendants here, okay? Yes. So this one is so funny because they went towards the Love Kiss Oracle, and they're saying they are very possessive about who you guys date. They're not going to just let you guys date anyone. Maybe this is run in the family and you're like, yes, this is kind of how people are in the family. Maybe they tend to get into people's relationship business or be picky about who people date about. They always want to pick your brain, and this person could really have judged some of your past crushes or love interests or partners and been telling you from the other side, move on. They can be trying to like keep these people away from you if they don't think they're good enough for you, or they don't like their goals. They like you having romance. They love love, but they're very particular. Like, we saw someone being a chef and we have no chef's kiss here. So they're the Gordon Ramsay in your love life. They could literally be picky about food too. So some of you, if you do ancestral offerings and things like that, you might notice too, there's particular things that they like, things of that nature. So here they want you to have a champion. They love the idea of you being in love, and they actually don't mind you being like exceptionally close. They're a little traditional in the fact that it's like, no, two people become one person when you're in a relationship. You should depend on them for everything. But because of that, they're very, very, very touchy about who you date. And, can you rely on this person? Are they successful? Do they even have good goals? Are they someone that they can be proud to include in the family? Because they're thinking that as well. Like, if you become a partner with someone, we're including them in the family. We got to deal with their ancestors. I have to go now and support this person as your ancestor who protects you. If they are yours, it's like they are you. So I have to go and support everything they do. So I want you to pick a good partner. I don't want you to pick some scallywag over here, just some scrub, okay? And then I have to try to help them get their life together. Exhausting. They're like, can you just pick a good partner, please? That's the reaction. They have a lot of reacts. You would probably be cracking up if you saw. They have a lot of, look, they said enough with these exes or whoever these ex crushes were, get them out of here. But they try to give you a lot of good fortune in love. So even if it's kind of from their own understanding and motivations, they're trying to get you a really, really good, high quality partner who will continue to grow, be very smart in whichever way they can grow their own intelligence, really have care and pride when it comes to the craft that they do, and be someone who is 100% loyal and dependable. It's very, 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 very important to them. All right, they also bless you with a lot of good fortune. They're going to make sure you work towards it. They're definitely the ancestor that's like, you're going to work towards this. I'm not going to give it. It's kind of like Saturn. They have that Earth Saturnine energy, Karma Daddy planet here, where they're like, if you work towards it, oh, I will bless you big. I will bless you big, work harder, work smarter. I want to make sure that you're growing this lifetime. But 100%, if you will just do what you need to do, I will bless you up, is their energy. I will 100% bring you big success, okay? Chariot reversed, honey reversed. A lot of the messages here are coming through have been like, work harder. We have the Knight of Swords again, Knight of Machetes. Oh my gosh, y'all. They're on the back of a school bus. They are not playing. They said, we're not stopping here. Keep going, driver. All right, we're going to learn more. Bigger and better, bigger and better. Expand your mind. Don't stop here. Let's go. Some of you, they must have been in education or something, or it was just so important to them. Maybe this is an ancestor who sacrificed so that you could learn. I did see a red, white, and blue America. So for some of you, it could be that immigrant thing, right? I know it's hard on children of immigrants, grandchildren, great-grandchildren of immigrants sometimes, but they might be like, look, we did everything to get you to the country that you're in, for you to learn, apply yourself, be bilingual, be multilingual, like get this life out here. Keep your mind strong, because no one can steal your intelligence. Nobody can steal your intelligence. So they're saying they're not always going to be sweet. If they see you lacking on your career path, if they see you lacking towards your goals, if you think that you can't succeed, they're going to be like, why don't you take another class? Why don't you learn another lesson? Why don't you tune in? Why are you bored? They have a little busybody energy for sure. So if you start feeling restlessness and you know it's like coming from a spiritual, your guides or a spirit around you, it's them. They're like, why are we bored? Okay, we could be learning 3 million different things right now. Okay, download an app or something. They're trying to stay up with the technology with you guys too. So you might see something that happen. You get a little message, a little synchronicity through your technology or something, okay? Manifesting miracles. So they said reverse. They said, don't just sit here and manifest. I don't want to just hear manifest till I'm blue in the face. And say, tell me, oh, sweet, be sweet to me, okay? They want you, renew your energy, let's go. Because they said there is absolutely no boundary of what they will put on what you can accomplish from the spiritual world side. None at all. They're like, let's get it. If you say that you want to become the most accomplished person you can even imagine, they will support you doing it. 100%. They do not want you having a small life. So they're saying they don't want you to think about, is the road easy? They want you to think about, how can I learn to drive? That's their mindset. How can I be the charioteer, period? I don't care if the road is easy. I'm going to learn to drive it, period. So that's their mindset. They're going to hype you up like that. They're going to encourage you like that. They're going to give you messages that way. All right. They said run towards rejection. They said that's what your ancestors are here. They'll have your back. Okay, you can't be worried. It's like a football player being afraid of being tackled. They're like, that's what your teammates are for. Stop being afraid of being tackled. Okay, catch the ball. Let's go. All right, let's go. They're saying that is cute. That's the cute personality. Some of you, maybe you feel like it's not your gender role, your gender type. So although they're traditional, at the same time, they're saying intelligence is sexy, and going forward with no fear is the sexiest thing that there is. So although, yes, I want you to have a partner that you can 100% depend on, at the same time, you do need to be able to depend on yourself, and you need to be fearless. Don't be like, oh, I'm not supposed to show my intelligence because I have to act cute. No. If you had a partner that tried to date you because you didn't show that you were smart and talented and just like ferocious about getting your life, this ancestor would try to interfere with it. They don't want you having that kind of person. They want you to have a romantic partner that accepts you when you are 100% going after what you want in life, when you're showing your intelligence, all of your quirks, all of your skills, all of your talent. that is what they want you to meet as equals with somebody. And that's why you would be able to depend on each other so intensely, because you both are that way. So they're saying if you're not ready to do that and be living your life and appreciating your own mind and your own skills, you're not ready to meet a partner to date, because you're going to date the wrong one. Okay? They're so passionate. They said, obviously. They're a little feisty here, obviously. Okay? So they said they are surveilling your companion and they are trying to help you to move forward. So that is what I'm seeing for this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, hey, for those who chose Caravan, let's go ahead and get into Melanated Ancestor messages. So we're going to go, and first we're going to pick these potluck style cards, and we're going to see who is the ancestor coming through. And then we're going to go ahead and see their messages, information, insight, their chat that they want to give you, okay? Seeing 44, 11, and here's 22 here on the card. So they might connect with you with those numbers. We have Mother Earth, which is beautiful to start off. So this could have been someone who loved nature, really loved the earth. Also, this could say that this person was well received into the earth. So if you are worried about how their physical self was laid to rest, if you're worried about where they were, if you're not really sure, sometimes families lose track of where someone was buried, or we're not sure because of circumstances, things of that nature. They are saying they were well received into the earth. They're held very lovingly by Mother Earth, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Some of you, it could have been at sea as well. There could have been something with that sea, or they were in travel. So you're just trying to wonder what happened, but they feel like things are good in that regard, okay? This is somebody who, they had a lot of restless energy. Very, very restless energy. They did go through some big heartbreaks, but they tried to live life very big. They seem very extroverted in their energy this lifetime here. They could have definitely had strong mercurial energy, so Virgo, Gemini energy. We also have some Aries here, Aries, Libra vibe. So, but in a restless way, in a way that shook them up and made them have to move forward. So they had times where they would forsake their security to go out for adventure, but they were somebody who had they had a little hustler energy to them, so they could always make some success happen. Excuse me. They could have been in some kind of business that was like, they had to be a quick talker, have a little bit of a silver tongue, and they could have done something with goods, like some kind of selling of goods or import, export, something of that nature, okay? Something also, this is so specific, but I'm getting also almost like with pawn shops, how like they secure somebody's heirlooms or something, and then they, there's like an exchange of things like that. So they could have been in some kind of thing where they went to look for rare items, or they were exchanging kind of goods and money with people. Is that what's coming up here? All right, so grinning, smiling, maintaining a sense of humor, but it also came up reversed. So they could have had a grin that people hated to see them grin, because they knew that means they just got took, or a joke just got played on them, or they just made a bad deal. So this person could have been a really good salesperson, like really, really good. And they could have definitely believed in superstition and numbers. They could have worked with numbers. They were giving us numbers already. And so they had that little lucky streak, but they believed in themselves. We see number 1 here, above all, okay? And they were cheeky about it. They definitely could have broken hearts in more than one way and said, you shouldn't have given me that deal. I just got a car at a great deal. Your loss, my win. So they have this kind of vibe here. They did have their own moral code, because we have virtue here that they try to go by. They wouldn't play completely outside of the rules, but maybe also at the same time, people would have wanted them to be a little bit more like socially pressured to respond a certain way, and they wouldn't. They would just be like, hey, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just doing what I want. But regardless, people really did like them. They did have times where, they were humbled a bit in life. They could have come from very humble beginnings, 100% with this energy. And they kind of have the mindset that you get it while you can. It's exciting. While I could do it, why not? Because I knew one day I wouldn't have it anymore and I would return back to the earth. And that's exactly what happened. So, that kind of vibe with them. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some messages and see what they want to say. Some of you, there could have been an islander culture, or again, a Malaysian connection going on. So you could have had some Asian ancestry here as well, okay? Yeah, they're saying they're very happy. They're not sad about the past. Maybe they just wish they could have laughed even more than they did. They feel very proud about what they did with nothing prepared for them in life, what they were able to create for themselves. They don't want people to be sad about their life. So maybe you hear, and like if this is your great uncle or something, you're like, it's so sad they had to work so hard. I wish they could have had more while they were here. But they feel like they don't want people almost to have a lack of confidence or a guilt or stress about that, or try to be harder on themselves that they have to live a perfect life because this person didn't have a good life, is how others might see it. But they feel like, no, live well, enjoy yourself. Don't let how I lived or certain things I went through make you feel down. They want you to feel joyful. They want you to feel happy. They feel happy now. They're like, yes, there were some losses, and yes, I passed away, but I feel very happy. I'm not worried about the past. Again, if anything, I might just wish that I was even cheekier and that I had some more laughs that came through. Yes, I might look and see, oh, I could have done that better. I could have schemed that better kind of vibe. But overall, they're really not worried. But they do hear all the communication, and they're saying sometimes they feel a little sad that people that remember them maybe don't remember all the good things or feel too bad about them being gone or something like that. So for them, they will feel good if you're living a good life. They do want to see that you're happy, that you're living a good life. They're like, yes, don't sit here and wait on me. Don't sit here and feel like, oh, I have to. Maybe some people feel like I have to be sad or rejected, or if their name comes up, oh, I have to be sad because of what my ancestors went through. They said, no, let's get down to business. Come and talk to me about business. Talk to me about things that you're mischievous about, but you're afraid to talk to others about. Talk to me about the shocking things. They want the shocking tea, okay? Come and shock me a little bit, because I was an adventurous person. I was an exciting person. People thought I was one way, and then boom, I was another way. So that excites me. Come and talk to me about these things. You can see this little halo coming in as this person's plotting and planning things that they want to get done in business. So those things are exciting for them. It's not a burden for them. They said, see me as someone you network with. Come and talk to me about it. The weirder, the stranger, the more out of the box, the better, okay? So they want to kind of get rid of this they want to get rid of this strange boundary that was there, where you feel like maybe you're bringing your own baggage to them, or you're feeling like you're not supposed to talk to them about these things. So you kind of just wait and watch, and then they feel like they can't be this really exciting part of your spirit crew. But they're saying, look, I was enterprising. So no matter what this person went through, if they survived war, if they survived enslavement, whatever it was, they're like, look, I got mine in the way I could within the constraints that were placed upon me in my time. I know that I'm beloved and not forgotten. So don't feel like you have to be so serious when you connect with me, okay? Because like they said, I'm a genius. Let's make a partnership. Let's move forward. Like, allow me to come through as who I am, and let's chop up these options you got, okay? So talk to them like a network or like a friend. Talk to them with all of your passion, all of your intention, all of your ferociousness, your hunger for life, okay? Because they're sitting here like a magical resource not tapped into. And if you could pause and communicate with them, they could be very, very, very inspiring to you, and really, really, really help you with your marketplace, your business, your finance. That's what they do. When you're trying to get ready and you're deliberating things and you're not sure what to do, that's exactly where this particular ancestor is like, let's go, let's get it. Yes, I love this kind of stuff, is what they're saying, okay? If you're trying to decipher what's the snake oil, the someone trying to take you for a loop, and what's not, they're going to come through. They could speak to you with feathers, okay? But they're always bringing through some kind of protection. You are not alone. Surrender my desires and know the universe has my back. So again, they're saying, don't feel like you can't come and tell me your mischievous wants and goals and all of this and that. I'm here to guide you. They're saying it over and over again. I'm in your spirit crew. I'm a guardian angel. I'm a guide. I'm with you, okay? So they're like, they'll talk about incarnating at another time. At this time, they have not, and they like being very connected with you, okay? Bullets here, reverse. Maybe some of them passed because of something with bullets. But they're talking about, listen to your intuition. They might even nudge you like this. Look, oh my gosh, I said that and was like poking, and then look at this person's hand. Owls can represent ancestors, and there's a poke. Oh my, I told you they're ornery. And they showed up with this mercurial energy of the magician, and Gemini Mercury rules the hands. So they can be very pokey. Wow, there's red. I'm noticing this little red too. So something about red. We got red roses on 3 different cards here. Maybe something about red or roses that ties you in with this person. But they're not afraid to be the little thorn in the roses. Also, we also have hibiscus. Um, yeah, so they're ready to help you take over the planet. They have so much love for being here on this planet. They want you to just make them proud. Again, red, you are a work of art. So red to them is telling them you are a work of art. Their message to you, you are a phenomenal person. You are a free person. Be a rebel. Don't worry. Turn up your swagger. They love to say, they said, don't leave me bored here. I told you I'm your guide. So don't leave me bored here with nothing interesting to watch. I want to see you out here being mischievous. I want to see you out here shocking people. I want you free. I want you liberated. I want you excited about your life. Okay? Turn up the swagger. Brag on yourself a little bit. Know your skill sets. Okay? Rest when you have to. But this spirit saying, I've rested enough. I'm ready to be interested in what's going on. And I believe that your woke path doesn't have to be something that's boring. Okay? It doesn't have to be something that's boring. They're also saying you don't have to mimic other people. They're saying you've always been a unique child. Don't you remember? They were with you when you were a child. Okay, don't you remember? Let's keep hearing that over and over. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? Don't you remember who you were as a child? You were feisty. You were full of life. You were creative. You were excited. You're just so innocent. There's an innocent, mischievous energy around you. Right? You knew your future was bright. You knew you could achieve things. Okay, and you have the after loss card too, and these go together. After loss, but then all of a sudden, after that baby's breath, seeing the fresh future that's here for you. A beautiful fresh future. They want your inner child laughing and sparkling and undeniably happy. And they're saying you don't need to mimic anyone else to try to be a sex symbol or whatever it is. You don't need to do impersonations of their voice and their mannerisms, this and that. You have always, always been the apple of their eye, a child that has such unique, beautiful energy to you. All right? So all that love, they're giving you back your own energy of who you are. So if right now you're feeling loved, you're feeling encouraged, you're feeling excited, they don't want you to be suffocated when you think about the unknown. They're saying that if whenever you feel stressed thinking about the unknown in the future, that's not your intuition speaking. Okay? It could be feedback from your location or from other people around you. So they're saying know that that's not an accurate divination response. It's not your intuition speaking. And they want you to be very, very excited to change up your path whenever you want to, including your physical location, to chase where your intuition's taking you with your adventures, with your willpower, with all of your passionate energy. For those of you, if you like to give a gift and an offering to your ancestor, you could consider a carnation, a tulip, or a rose. So that's what I'm seeing. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Hello. For those of you who chose the Broom group, we're going to go ahead and get into our messages here. Yes, Ancestor Melanated messages. Let's go. We're going to see who they are. They gave a lot of cards for that for this group. And then we're going to go into their messages, insights, their chat, whatever they want to explain about themselves here, okay? So first card down, this is actually a card of Louis Armstrong. Now, I know from the other side that he has went and reincarnated almost immediately, but he had a big energy field and he has a big aura on the other side, so you can still connect to his past consciousness, kind of like a answering service that's there. So some of you could be connecting with somebody who is a legend in their own right. Whether or not they have moved on, you're still accessing their consciousness in a way and getting a message of feedback, a cultural ancestor. A note's a note in any language, and if you hit it, beautiful. Okay, so I was just hearing music. There could have been someone who was in music or somebody who was really renowned. Definitely there's strong fire energy. I know Louis had a lot of fire in his charts. They could have Leo, Sag, Aries, had a big booming voice, a big presence to them, the ancestor who's coming through. We have the Sun card reverse here. Yes, a lot of energy here. Sky blue, express more magic. It's so interesting because their energy and their aura is so huge, and it's like, oh, I didn't even tap into even a bit of who it is. There's 57 here, and we're in 57 minutes of the video. Actually, right now, boom, we're at 57 in this video, and there's a 57 for you. So that number could be very, very, very significant. It could be a birth year. It could be how many years since a person was passed. It could be the age they passed on. We also have the 2 here. All right, and the Sun card's 19. Ace of Swords, protection. This person, yeah, their voice was huge. We have another 7 here. They might not have gotten all of the fruits of their harvest. So maybe the finances kicked in after they passed or something of that nature, but they worked themselves. You can't say this person didn't work themselves. They worked themselves to the bone. Some of them, they worked themselves till they passed kind of energy. They gave everything that they had to try to advance the world, to try to advance the success of others around them as well, to be deep, deep roots that others could thrive by. They were also very creative and intuitive. There's a Neptunian energy around them. Envision a new reality. They gave themselves permission to dream and believe that there was unlimited possibilities. And we see the power of their mind. We have a swordfish cutting through the waters here. Ace of Swords, 100%. They felt their guides, their deities, their angels. They could have had the sight and actually seen them since they were a child. And that really helped them be strong in their free will and what they wanted to go after. Community energy here. It's interesting because when they're giving me a lot of reversals, it's like in their life they channeled the other side a lot. They saw who was their community, who was their support system, was the other side. So you might even come from a maybe in your ancestry or just with this person where they knew the strength of their ancestors, they knew the strength of their guides, they saw them, and so they knew how to shoot for the sky and beyond. All right, let's go ahead and see some messages from this person. All right. There's definitely a similar energy from all the ancestors that we called in throughout the piles here, where they're very goal oriented and focusing on like how to get you guys to achievement. So far, we're on pile 5 out of 6, so could be because I'm filming this as we have the portal of a Virgo full moon about to open up in a few days. But here, they're saying to focus more on preparing for your goals. They're saying come out of recharging. So if you've been taking a big break, or if you felt like I need a break right now, you might just need to pivot and engineer where you're going with your energies, but not take a full break. It's like give each area of your life equal energy is what they're saying here. Some of you also, they're saying you have to take a break on trying to manifest friendships, trying to manifest romance, and just focusing on that, and maybe trying to like change yourself or like change the circumstances to be more accepted. That's not where to put your energy. So it could be as you focus on other things, those things will be answered and they'll come into place. That's not what they want you to do with all of your spiritual energy here. They really want you to go into building something more secure. Now there could be work community wise as far as work for equality that could be happening, but they're saying whether or not you're celebrated and whether or not you have security, don't stop moving is their energy. It's almost like if you stop moving, that's when there's a problem. Keep moving at this time. Don't try to rest too much. They're showing me the example of like if your car starts slowing down on the freeway, you can't just stop there. You have to try to get it off the side of the road, push it, get it off and exit something. Sometimes you can't just stop as an answer and rest as a response to a certain situation. You have to kind of move with it. They're also showing me the example, some of you might know this, but the quickest way to get through a crowd, especially if you're like in a club, is to actually kind of dance through it. It'll get you through quicker than kind of like tapping each person and be like, excuse me, can I go through now? Just kind of dance and move with the energy of it, right? So here they're saying those kind of responses, you can't do those responses if you're in fear or you're being overprotective with yourself. And so what happens is if you stop too much, you're going to get clouded in your psychic eye. You're going to overly, estimate things again and again and again. You're going to be, trying to come to conclusions too much to the point that you get confused about your timing. The timing is immediate. Move forward, move forward, move forward. Figure it out later. There could be times right now where you have certain contracts and things that are up. You're wondering, okay. Yeah, they're definitely talking about that. So here they're showing that there's precarious energy around certain contracts you have. This can be spiritual contracts. It can also be physical. So what they're saying is somebody could be trying to misuse you due to some kind of contract. So it could be like a business contract. It could be like a housing contract, something like that. They want you to be in your awareness. It also looks like this individual that you're dealing with has some weird spiritual energy that's not healthy around them, like weird spiritual beings. They could have a completely different belief system that really is like trying to beef with your energies and your belief system, or something weird going on with this person. And they could be skilled at getting their own way. So maybe they're used to this. An easy example could be like somebody who's like, let's say, music industry executive who's used to like using people and getting their talents by giving bad contracts. And so it's like, danger, don't sign a contract with this person. Be careful with your contracts right now. Make sure that you're supporting yourself legally. Again, this could be a spiritual contract where maybe because somebody knows that you tend to love them throughout your lifetimes and that you have a contract to work on some areas of your relationship, maybe you or the other is taking some kind of advantage of that connection, that bond, right? So karmic contract could manifest as you guys being family members, as you guys just having that bond where it's like, we can't break it. You just know that intuitively. So it feels like we have to deal with how the other is behaving. We can break contracts though, and we can say, hey, even though we have a spiritual contract, you can't treat me any old kind of way. So here again, you see what they're saying. They're saying, in case you guys think Bohemia's just making this up, we are saying make a move. Don't be so patient. Don't just wait for things to happen because you wished on them or manifested them. You have to be aware. You need to be agile, thinking on your feet, because things are changing at every moment. Some of you are so afraid. Like, you're like, I'm sorry, but I can't move. I can't change. I get too nervous. I just want to stop and tune in for a really, really long time. I get it. I'm filming this during Pisces season. We've had Neptune in Pisces for a long time. That makes us stop. It made the whole world stop, okay, during quarantine. It makes us want to just overthink things a little bit. I'm even filming this on a Cancer moon. Makes us want to be homebodies, right? We have Scorpionic energy. We want to stay hidden and just think things through. It's kind of like if you have too much water or earth energy going on. And they're saying it's time to go into very quick fire air energy. Think, respond, think, respond, think, respond, is what they're suggesting, because that's the quickest way to dodge the energies that are coming towards you that don't work. It's the quickest way to push yourself into finding authentic learning and authentic responses and reactions from yourself. It's the quickest way to keep energy moving. All right, so dancing could be, we had a dance card back here. Dancing could be something that helps you guys keep your energy flowing and shaking off stank energy, evil eye energy. Stagnation can literally help by moving. This is the group you want to get athletic. Okay, go get your yoga pants on. Go get your jogging pants on. They said that's how you manifest miracles, is through active energy right now. All right, they're saying people are not feeling so charitable around you, and they're not feeling like, hey, let's go help that person achieve their dreams. They're over here remembering how they got away with such and such in the past and feeling like, well, I have my own spiritual protection that lets me act rusty, dusty, musty to people. So why don't I just do that? We got a Capricorn here, but it's a 5 of spades. So you can have people that have really negative ambitions and they say, I know how to use the legal system to get away with it. We have this like Libra card here. I know how to use society to get away with it. I got it made, is what the song says, right? So they're saying, regardless of how your voice is, even if you speak in a dialect or with slang, you need to let people know how you hang and how you get down in life, and not let yourself have your voice shut down. Yep, this could be at work, it could be on social media. It's just this energy of like people trying to take your power and push you back and not give you your just dues and say, we get your money and you're just charity if we decide to acknowledge you. They're saying this is not the way to act. And this is not the way to receive or accept others acting towards you. You're not, even if you're in need, you're not a charity case, that, negative connotation here. Even if you do need help to be an apprentice or to learn your craft, you're not just, oh, the intern, like this negative connotation that people have. They're saying you deserve to be met with equality. That was one of the first things they said down here: equality, with love, with healthy reciprocity towards you. And that's the way also to treat others in your life, even small babies and children, okay? We're all equals. We all have intrinsic worth as human beings, okay? Being drained and interacting with exhausting people, a human vampire. So some of you needed to hear this message from your ancestor. You needed them to kind of go off a little bit so that you could see what's going on in this situation. They're saying with people who crash your boundaries like this, that's why you got to run and dart and move out of their path, because they're always going to find some way emotionally to bring you back into that, or try to get you to overshare information as you're trying to get them to understand. All this 2s and 6 energy, you guys could have too much 2 and 6 energy around you, even 3s, social energy. So you're trying 26, 2, 60, 2. So you guys have to claim your 1 energy a little bit more. Think about self. There's another 6 right there. And allow yourself to be more dynamic, more individual, so that you are able to speak up. We have a 7 card here. 7 energy is Neptunian, it's water, it's individual, and it's very wise. But because of your spiritual insight, because of your tenderness, because of you handling things yourself or not wanting to be a burden to others, you guys could really, really be taking too much on, and it makes you feel more isolated. It makes you feel like you have less right to take up space, and then these people come, human vampires, and take up your space. Their energy is living in your house, in your mind, in your bank, in your job. You got to push back on that energy, okay? Outdoor water conservation. Yes, literally. Push your aura until it's even including your yard and outside of where you think your boundaries should be. Be true to yourself, okay? Yes, you might not understand what's going on in their life, but you can always figure out what's going on in yours, okay? That is their universal message. Free yourself, okay? Your money's not good. Your balance isn't good because you're not as free and as self-supported as you should be. You are a lucky person. They're saying you don't need to mirror others, and others don't deserve to just come in and siphon off your luck. They said, don't let it go. Don't let it go, because you are meant to have so many quantum leaps of success, and you don't always see your greatness. You don't always read your energy right. You don't always understand the blessings that are coming towards you, but guess what? Others do, because they're spying. This thank you fly is looking, oh, okay. Ooh, let's come and get you. So keep your energy fresh and be okay with saying, you know what, we're on different levels. I can't just be out here having partnerships and a certain level of understanding or empathy with everybody. I have to make sure I only give them the level of understanding and empathy that they deserve, the level of forgiveness to re-enter my life that they actually deserve and can be respectful and healthy towards me with, and nothing more. So that way you can gather your everyday joy and your finance that's really been missing. It's been drying up. It's been a hole in the bucket dealing with these kind of people's energy. They're not beautiful trouble. They're just trouble. And they're not even good at business. They just make money from, screwing people over. They do it quickly, often, and it's a mean flex, okay? I feel like your ancestors don't even like this person's ancestry. There can be a little beef there, okay? There can be a beef there. So over here, they want you to focus on regaining the rights to your skills, your talents. Continue to evolve. Continue to push yourself to grow. Continue to be a good person, but do not humor these people that have acted this way in the past. Do not bring these people into your future celebration. Sometimes we don't want to be lonely. We want to be loved. We want to be supported. And therefore, I'm seeing 111. We said work on that 1 energy, because we want so much to bring everyone with us to celebrate, and we want to be happy when we reach our successes and goals. We don't cut people off when we need to or put boundaries. But if that record exec is draining you and is trying to make sure you don't get all the celebration that they get it, that's a bad contract, and you want to break it and either go solo completely or find a company to sign with that would be celebrating you and letting you have the fruits of your success is the vibe. Okay, don't be afraid to be a weaver. All right, don't be afraid to be cute, get attention, and stand out. These are the big changes that they can let you know as you're down here living from the other side where they have passed, to help you get out of this painful cocoon that you're in and just be that beautiful butterfly spreading your wings that you are. So I'm seeing 111. We're stopping your reading at 111:44 on this video. So thank you for the support from your beautiful ancestors here. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.